Okay, so you don't need a cushion, but if you have one nearby, that's nice for you to sit on. If not, just find a comfortable position in your space just now. And when you're there, from the waist down, try to just relax through ankles, knees, and hips. And from the waist up, grow a little bit. Feel your spine extend. The pelvis just rocks into a neutral position. And then pause with good posture so you're not too far forward or too far back. And then take your hands to your head. Give your scalp a little bit of a massage. And then take your hands, fingers to the temples and circle massage in there too. And as you do this, allow your lower jaw to just relax. And then take the fingers underneath your jaw joint itself and give yourself a little massage under there. And as you do that, allow the shoulders to fall, your throat to really relax, and finally let your arms, hands just fall. So your arms literally hanging limp from your shoulders. Now we begin to focus on our breath. Elongate the inhale and also elongate the exhale. And for a moment, just leave your stomach nice and relaxed, soft. And after a few breaths, you begin to zone out of any other rooms about your house. You begin to zone out any background noise that you might hear. Surround yourself with an imaginary bubble, and in this bubble is a safe, quiet, calm practice where you can hear the sound of your own breath even more. So as you begin to inhale, allow the belly to move out on the inhale and in on an exhale, allowing the shoulders to fall with every exhale. Out on the inhale, in on the exhale, leaving your lower jaw relaxed, closing your eyes so as not distracted, relaxing the throat, just calming your mind down from the day you've had, whether it was a good or a bad day. You're just bringing yourself into the present. Now just imagine the breath as you inhale is reaching your entire body. Breathing out the old. Breathing in the new. And if you have your eyes closed now, blink them open and just remind yourself to continue with this calming breath as you go throughout the practice. And have a stretch. That stretch can be any way that's good for you. If you've just joined us, take your time. That's it. Now we're gonna, if you have a cushion, just take that out the way for a second. Don't leave it too far away if you have any knee issues, because you might want the cushion or some padding underneath your knees. Right, so here we are. We're gonna start on our shins first. And if you need a cushion at the back of the legs, that's absolutely fine. So now you begin to think about that neutral pelvis position, sway forward and back, until you've got no fold in the middle and a lovely straight back, or as straight as it feels to you. That's it. Now, inhale the hands above your head and exhale the hands down. Palms up, inhale. Palms down, exhale. Let the belly drop out on the inhale as the hands go up. Draw it in on the exhale. Then in your own time, now link the hands together, the fingers together with the palms facing up. And now bring those hands up front. And when they reach sort of eye level, rotate them up to the sky. And then release. Back together, palms up. Then palms to the sky. And release. Last one. Bring them up. Rotate them. And pause when they're up here. And have a stretch from side to side. Pause center. And then have a little gentle back bend. Now let go of the hands and interlock the fingers behind your back. And now we come off the heels, separating the knees slightly and letting go of the toenails back there. So as the knuckles reach back, you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. If you have good shoulder movement, the hands can go high as you come down. And if you don't, you're just going to leave them fairly low to your back. The top of the head points to the floor, not actually on the floor, just points there. And then come up and point the knuckles back towards the heels as you push the hips forward. And down again. Exhale. And up again. Inhale. And one more down. And last one up. And now separate the hands to the floor and stretch out through your right leg. Pulsing slowly into the right heel to wake up that right hamstring. In your own time now, if you could take your right leg to extend out to the right side and place the toes to the floor in any direction that suits the right kneecap. Now bring the hands above your head and exhale, right hand on the side of right leg as you arch over and draw a windmill with your left arm. And again. Last one. And then take this left hand down to the ground to the left of you and reach the right hand, pausing when you're in a side angle, the palm faces down at first. Glance up at that right hand. And now take the palm of the hand away and draw your windmill in the opposite direction. Push the hips forward if possible. Release the jawline and neck so your head's just hanging. And then we'll come back up again, level. Hands up, inhale. And then bring the fingertips down to the floor as you exhale. We're just going to lower the left forearm down to the ground and send the right hand up to the sky. One more breath. And then bring your right hand down to the floor and thread this left hand further through, trying to reach for your left toes as far as you can go and lay on your left shoulder and the left side of the head. And then send the right hand back up. If you have any shoulder issues, you could just drape the right arm to dangle around your back. Then bring the hands to the floor and pop the right knee to the ground. And here we are. We're going to extend our left leg and begin to stretch into it slowly. And when you're ready, we'll take the left leg out to the left side and have the toes to the floor, any direction, and bring the hands up. Inhale and exhale, left hand on the side of the left leg. As at first you reach over with the right hand and then continue windmilling, that's hard to say, the right arm in front, as big or as little as you'd like to move through that right arm. And then we're going to take this right hand down to the floor to the right of you and create side angle first. Palm away to the sky, and now reverse the circle with your left arm. And then we'll come back up, lead with the left hand, bring yourself back up, hands above your head, inhale, and exhale the fingertips down to the floor in front of you. So now we're going to bring the right forearm to the floor, And twist to take your left hand to the sky. You can look up at it if your neck is fine, and if it's not, just look down to the right hand. Now bring your left hand also to the floor, and we go a little bit deeper, or repeat what you've just done if you have any shoulder or neck issues. Bring your right shoulder all the way down to the floor, the right side of your head, very gently, and then float the left hand back up, or wrap that left arm around the back of your waist. And then bring the hands back to the floor to support you. And support into the hands as you bring both feet, and if you're not already, turn sideways on your mat so you're facing the long edge of it. Now begin to walk the toes out and the knees out and crouch down into goddess pose. So we're going to cross the hands to touch the shoulders, and then like a clock, go towards one shoulder, goes towards one thigh, head towards the floor, circling round, staying low at the hips. And then we'll go the opposite way. But first, under your arms and cross the opposite, the way that it doesn't feel right. Now go the opposite way, just so you're challenging your coordination. Stay low with the hips if possible. Last circle. And then come up, straighten out the legs, inhale. And exhale, bring the hands down, back down to the kneecaps, and then you begin to sway from one foot to the other, nice and slow, so you're stretching out the opposite leg. So working into a different part of the hamstring than we did at the beginning. Now release the right hand and point it as far across to the floor on the left and back center. And take your left hand and reach it as far as you can to the floor on the right and center. Now do it with each side, right, then left, reaching far so your legs are working hard. And the next time you go right, pause and bring your hands either side of your left foot and come off the back heel and settle the right knee to the floor and the right toenail to the floor. Let's bring the hands up and circle them back and forward and back. Exhale. Now we're going to bring this into plank. Lift the back knee, strengthen the back leg and pull the belly in, and then extend both legs back. Bring your plank down slowly and inhale up dog. Press the front of the legs energetically into the floor. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, and now drop the chin and go rounded in your back as you pull the belly in, tailbone towards heels, hands come closer, crouching, lifting the knees and on, folding the legs, the heels go down, the hips go up. Take a deep breath in and blow or sigh the old breath out. Just let your head swing there. 3 times. And this is your version of down dog. It can feel any way that's good for you. Now walk your way to the center of your mat, turning back sideways again. Coming up, ready for a different variation of goddess pose. Bringing the hands above your head. And exhaling the hands back to the knees. Turning the toes out. Heels grounded. Hips as low as you can and chest as high as you can. Now cross the right hand over towards left knee and then take the left hand overhead as if your right shoulder's coming towards right thigh. Pause here. And as you come out, straighten out the legs, bring both hands above your head, inhale. And exhale, go back down again. Right hand over, this is a left hand over to right knee. right hand overhead, and the left shoulder's trying to reach the left thigh. And then slowly back up. Inhale. And exhale, bring the hands down to the kneecaps and turn those toes in a little, bending the knees. So now we're going to twist the right shoulder in, the left shoulder wrapped around your back. Look over left shoulder, center. Look over right shoulder, center. Now begin to sway like you did before, just adjusting the feet to creep further away if that's available to you. And this time we're going to move towards our right foot slowly. Lift off the back heel and place your hands either side of the right as you drop the left knee. Release the toenails. Pick up the hands and circle them. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Last one, and now we're going to bring our hands down either side of the right foot. Create plank, lift the back knee. Step the right alongside, inhale, pause. Exhale, bring this down slowly. Release the toes, press the front of the legs in towards the floor. Grow through the arms, crown of the head. And now exhale, round your back. Bring yourself back. Creeping into downward facing dog. And once you're there, move it around. And just base yourself in the middle of your space if you're not already. Out with the old. In with the new. Last one. Making sure that you're safe behind you. Float the right leg up. And then bring this right knee in toward your face. Point it back, stretch it back, and bring it in. And again. And bring it in. When it goes back this time, pause and lift higher on the left tiptoes. Look at the floor underneath you and now bring the right foot forward. Don't worry where it lands. When you take the hands off the floor, you can simply step the right foot a wee bit further forward. Now you want your feet kind of tram line distance apart and the hands go wide. Take a breath. Now turn the palms of your hands up. Straighten out the legs as you're on tiptoes with the back foot. And then as you bend the left knee, it hovers towards the floor. The hands float down. They float back up as you straighten the back leg. Keep going. Now when we come up next, pause. Leave your hands open like wings as we now transfer the weight to create warrior three, lifting the back leg. Feel your pelvis very stable and level. Look down and lengthen the back of the neck. Bend both knees, curl in a ball as you come up to the front. Take your hands to your waist. And now we create eagle by wrapping the left leg across the right thigh and sitting tall. So we're going to open our wings here in eagle. Take the hands back. Wrap the arms, your wings around the front of you. Inhale, take them back. Exhale. One more, open. One more, forward. And now hands above your head. And in the nick of time, both feet to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, dive forward into a forward, deep forward fold. Head towards shins. Just shake out your head gently there. If you like floating, you can float the feet back to land as lightly as you can, or just walk back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale. Back. Into down dog, adjust your hands. Don't worry about the distance between hands and feet. I think that you come to your natural, safe position so you're not overstretched. In with the new.
Out with the old. Just melt your face with every exhale towards the floor. Last one. Okay, now ready, aware of what's behind you as you float the left foot up. And now bring the left knee towards your face, curling in a ball, sending it back. And bring it in. Send it back. Last one, curling in. When the leg goes back, pause and lift higher on your right foot. Look at the ground underneath you, and you're now bringing the left in and to the floor and taking the hands off the ground, ready for your high lunge. You can go wider with your feet. Raise the hands above your head. And exhale the hands out to the side. Now bend the back knee, the hands float down, the arms just hang, and then bring them back up. The back leg straightens, both legs straighten. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Last one. Now pause with the hands going back, ready to step gently into warrior three. The right leg lifts now. Feel that your pelvis is level, the buttocks strong, lifting that back leg. Watch that your neck isn't tense now. The right knee's coming forward. Inhale, hands to waist. Exhale into eagle, so you're wrapping the right leg around the left leg. Find your balance. There, once I've stopped dancing around, you can open your wings now, or you can stay still and wrap them round. Curl the belly in, arch your back as the hands go back. Exhale. Last one. And then standing, tall inhale. Exhale, hands down. Take a moment up here, breathe. You're not upside down, you're stood upright. Now raise the hands above your head and dive forward again into your forward fold. Grab the back of the legs, slowly bring forehead in toward chins. Now come up into gazing pose so the hands come to kneecaps. And sit down, sit your bum down as low as you can, as low as those kneecaps if possible. And then lift the chest into awkward chair. Feet, ankles quite close together there. So we're going to bring our hands forward. And on the next exhale, bring your right elbow to connect to the left side of the left knee. The left elbow points to the sky, and the thumbs are encouraged in towards the heart center. And breathe. Slowly come out and stand. Inhale. Bring that breath in before you go back down again. Left elbow now over to right side of right knee. Right elbow points to the sky. Hips low, chest high. Let's come back up again. Inhale. And exhale the hands down to your waist. Take a moment. We're going to come back to the awkward chair, but for now, we want to open out into our hip flexors. So stepping back with your right foot. Lunging a wee bit deeper this time. Feel the right heel drop and the tailbone tuck. So when the tailbone goes down, you'll feel more stretch in the front of the right upper thigh or into the hip flexor. Now bring your hands together and up above your head. Point the fingertips back. So this is crescent moon without your knee on the floor. So we take a back bend. From the waist down, you're strong, secure, the feet, left foot grounded, the heels pressing into the ground. And now release. hands to waist, and step back to the front, bringing those ankles close together, touching if they will. Sitting low, hands out ahead like you did before. We're going to take left elbow to right side of right knee, looking out to the right, sitting bum low, but this time a variation where we're going to slide our left toes just to float out or just to lightly connect to the ground. Now step back that left foot to deepen the lunge. You can always drop the back knee down. Rotated side angle pose. Now bring the hands back up, inhale. And exhale, step slowly back to the front of the mat. Take a breath up here again. So now we'll step our left leg back, ready for crescent moon. So we want the stretch to be up in this top left hip flexor now. Bring the hands above your head. You can simply stay here and not create any deeper of a lunge. Or point the fingertips behind you and the elbows to the sky, and then curve your spine. Tailbone is encouraged down, buttocks are strong to keep the pelvis stable. And now very slowly, step back to the front of your mat, ankles together. Inhale, stand tall, bring that breath in. Exhale, sit down. Now hands forward. Inhale here, so you're not going to run out of breath in your twist. Right elbow connects to left side of left knee. Breathing like you did before. Look down at the toes, it helps with the balance. And now we're just going to float the right foot out. Careful that your shoulders don't hunch in. And now your right leg extends right back into this deep rotated side angle. Now look down at the front foot and make your way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands back to waist or either side of you as you transfer with control back to the front. There. Up here now, create mountain pose. Relax those arms to hang. Relax the throat. Close your eyes a moment. Try and listen for the sound and quality of your breath. Take your hands to your head. See if you can lift your head lighter up on top of your neck, your spine. Create good posture where the chin comes in a little and the back of the neck stays long. And then release the hands. And so when we're in other positions or transitions now, you're trying to think of that length. Take the hands to our waist and lift the left knee now. And extend through the left heel. Bend both knees as this left leg begins to unfold back to straighten. And let's bring it right back to the ground behind us. But now turn in that left heel. So here we are in Warrior Two. Extend the arms in Warrior Two. Reach, spread the fingers, feel warrior-like in your stance. Now let the left hand literally fall on the back leg and the right palm goes up. Float the right hand up and back. Sway the right forearm on the front leg and bring the left hand forward in side angle as you deepen the lunge a little bit. Take left hand on back leg. Very slowly, right hand goes overhead. Keep going. One more, take your time. Let's cartwheel the hands down to the ground before we do the other side. Into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, child's pose or down dog, entirely up to you. Depends how you're feeling. Connect with your breath. Let go of the old. Breathing well. Now, if you're in a floating mood today, then you can float your feet back to the front. I think my mat is a little bit skiddy to try that, so I'm going to walk forward and slowly come up. And inhale the hands above your head. And exhale the hands back down to your waist. I'm going to switch sides now to come to the front. Take a breath here. Okay, so now we're lifting our left knee, I think. Forgive me if I've done this side. Extend left. And now fold that leg in and send it back and bring that foot to the floor. Now turn the heel in. Oh no, I have done that one, I'm sure I have. There, that's why I switched sides. Right, now just have a little look at your back foot. I'm very guilty of having it at a funny angle. So you want it parallel to the back of your mat, and you want the arch of the foot lifting to really reassure you that you've got good strength and support in your warrior two, so it's not all sinking there. Right, now let's create warrior two, now that we're on the right side. Now the right hand just falls on the back leg. The back leg feels as if it pushes into the right hand. Left hand very slowly goes overhead. And then into your side angle. If you're challenging yourself, you're not leaning on the left side, but it's not all about challenging yourself in every session. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale. Last one. Now the hands will cartwheel all the way down to create plank. Come off the back heel. Pause, inhale. Exhale, bring it down to the ground. Once we're here, pause and release your toes. Take a moment with your hands underneath your forehead. So we're not floating around or upright, we're grounded now. So just take a moment with your breath. Calm it. And when you're ready, get yourself into the middle of your space, ready to create cobra. So we're just lifting our chest and then settling the lower rib cage back to the floor. Take your hands back. Feel that your buttocks are actively pressing the pelvis to the floor. So that's your stability here around the pelvis area. Even the toenails, not really active, but just connected strongly to the ground. So it's safe to lift the chest. Just encourage your tailbone down and towards the heels a little bit. And to protect the neck, just look down. Now you can just leave your hands where they are there to make sure that your buttocks stay strong. And if you know that they're going to stay strong, you could release the hands forward and then palms facing out, bring them down by your side. Palms facing forward, hands reach forward and back down. Are those buttocks still strong? If they kind of switch off, your back could potentially take the strain. Try pulling your belly away from the floor too, even though the pubic bone remains grounded. Nearly there. When the hands come forward next, surrender and allow your belly to become soft, the buttocks to come soft, and just relax, breathe, go soft everywhere. Okay, now just shuffle your elbows more under the line of your shoulders and wriggle the legs a little bit closer together. So we're going to bend the right knee. You can adjust in this next position. Take your left forearm now so it goes across your body. Leave the rib cage on the floor and collect your right foot by taking the palm of the hand to face the outer ankle.
And then turn your gaze forward and move this left hand further forward so now your forehead can lay on it. You're beginning to encourage the right heel towards your buttock at the same time as keeping the right thigh connected to the ground, even feeling the stretch of the right knee as it, imagine it moving away from your hip. Now try lifting the kneecap off the floor and keeping your hip on the ground. And then releasing that right foot. Hands back to support your forehead. Rock it out, relax, let your belly relax. And we'll do the other side. So now your right forearm comes across you. And slowly bend from the left knee. Collect the left foot, ankle, shin. Leaving both thighs connected to the ground, you just go down a little bit. So now that your forehead, this is keeping your neck safe, keep the forehead on your forearm. And see how it feels for you to bring the left heel in towards the buttock whilst the left thigh still stays connected to the ground. So this next part, optional, and that is see how this side feels to try to lift the thigh away from the floor or kneecap whilst still keeping the left hip bone on the ground. And release. And just shake it out, bring both arms forward. Maybe take your head sideways. And if you have your head sideways, just take a couple of breaths with it the other way. All right, so now if you enjoy your back bends, you can leave your feet fairly close together. If they're not your thing, take your feet further apart. It might just mean that your back isn't happy doing this because the thighs, the quads, or more so the hip flexors are tight. So this is achieving both. So work at your own level. Bending the knees now. So we come into bow pose. We've prepared for it. And we'll take the hands to the same, palms facing into the midline of your body. Collect each foot. And then just leave your forehead, the top of your forehead grounded. This might be enough, encouraging the heels in towards the buttocks as you press your pelvis, your pubic bone into the ground. Next stage would be maybe trying to lift the thigh away from the floor, but keep your forehead on the ground. The more you encourage the legs together, the more of a challenge it is. And the final part is also lifting the chest. And ease down. Oh, relax. Make a pillow for your forehead, sway this out, loosen out into your lower back. All right, so a different version of this. Now we're going to take our hands to the inside. Cindy, you be careful with this. See, don't know if your shoulders will be happy to go with the inward one, but you can see what it does. It's in one way, and then your shoulders rotate out the other. One at a time would be beneficial if you don't want to do both together. So now you're collecting the feet with the palms facing away from the midline of your body towards the sides of your mat. Look down, forehead to the ground first. First stage, just lifting the thighs. And optional to also lift the chest. Now ease down. I hope you were breathing too. I forgot to mention it because I wasn't. So now breathe away. Really important to get the breath in, especially in those challenging positions. Now we're going to take a brief up dog.
And it's to release our belly from the floor so you can get good breath in. So it doesn't need to be a real deep upward dog. Belly out as you inhale, belly in as you exhale. Now, careful as we go back to child's pose, because it's the opposite of what we've just been doing. Very, very slowly. Go to a flat tabletop first, and then adjust the hands closer underneath the line of your shoulders. And in slow motion, work the knees so that they're now underneath the line of the hips if you adjusted them before. And then tailbone slowly goes down to extend the vertebrae of your lower back. And then sit towards the heels. And then once you're down here, create your version of child's pose. You might want to go wider with the knees. Entirely up to you to make this feel nice. And then bring the hands closer towards your knees. Sway forward and tuck under your toes. And when you sway back, flow the knees out and round your back even more. So we move in and out of a pose called malasana, or garland pose as it translates. Your heels are working their way down, your back is becoming rounded. And then place the knees, edges of your mat, and let go of the toes. And sit on the heels. Okay, so we're ready for dragon pose. Let's go left side first for a change. So taking your left fist, if your wrists feel fatigued, take a fist to the floor, it's absolutely fine, or a full hand. So your right hand is slowly going over left shoulder, and as your hips leave the heels, extend the right hip slowly further forward than the left. And then slowly bring yourself down. Do the same over right shoulder. Left hand goes over right shoulder, left hip moves further forward. And back down. Nice and slow over the left side again. And back down, and one more over right. And back down. And now release the ankles forward of your hips. For a moment, bring the right foot further in, closest to your body, and then the left in front. There. But just allow yourself to adjust in this position. We've just got into it. Allow your body to just adjust. Grow taller through the spine. Sit your head back up here with good posture again. Chin in. And then release the hands. And now move the fingertips forward as far as you can reach. And when you're fully extended, just look down to the ground. And then bringing the fingertips back, lean to your left and turn the right knee in and take the right foot back. So you've got this two legs of man sort of position, or mermaid position. Now our fingertips walk left. Careful through this twist. Your spine is extending, but it's an unusual angle compared to other twists. So don't go too deep, just feel it. And then settle your left forearm to the ground behind you there. And start to walk your right fingertips further away. And just relax from the waist down. And in slow motion, bring yourself up. Hands behind you. Bring the feet to the floor. Swish the knees from side to side. Just feel very loose and relaxed. And then come to cross your left ankle in front this time. And the right ankle behind. And walk the fingertips forward. See how this side feels. Looking down. The back of the neck grows as you relax from the waist down.
And then walk the fingertips back towards the feet. Lean to the right this time and bring your left knee to point inwards and take the left foot out. Don't worry about what angle this left foot points, whether it wants to go in, out, sideways, whatever keeps your left knee happy. So now the fingertips walk around the right side, sort of semi behind you. Feel your twist, doesn't need to be harsh. Drop the right forearm to the ground. Creep the left fingertips further away. And then coming back, bring the soles of the feet to the ground, but keep the knees together and ankles together. Point the knees to one side and then the other with the knees glued together. And then pause center, and you're going to extend the legs out ahead now. Fold the right knee in and bring this right heel closer in, so the heel is coming right up towards the sit bone, so close that you've now moved the weight into the left leg so that your right sit bone is not touching the floor or barely touching the floor. It's probably a better angle there. Now circle the right arm up to the sky and forward towards this left foot. You have your left hand on the ground, helping you move forward. You've got your right foot on the ground, helping you move forward. So you could slip your right hand underneath the left leg and pin the hand to the floor using the leg. If you can reach the toes, fine. Have an inhale and grow through the spine. And on an exhale, your head is coming down towards that left knee. And then release. Now, reach the right hand forward, palm faces away from you, and you're going to wrap the right arm slowly around the front of the right kneecap, or simply hold it here if you've got shoulder issues. You can hold it this way. And take the left hand around. Maybe they'll meet, it doesn't matter, it's not necessary that they meet, but open the chest, like a tortoise coming out of its shell. Open the chest and sit as tall as you can. So even if you're like this, we could still pick up the right foot, leave the left hand on the floor, or you've bound the right arm around the front of the right shin. So now we balance. Slide the left heel closer. Hover the left foot, so anything from here optional. And raise the left leg, extend the left leg. And slowly float that left leg back to the ground. And then release the right arm from the right leg and take this right foot over to the left side of your left leg. Sit tall, so you've brought your sit bones to connect to the ground so you're not folded in the middle. And now take your right hand to support you to the ground and raise the left hand to the sky. We want this right foot to be flat on the floor and not sideways here. Take your left elbow to the right side of this right knee and resist them against each other. And then begin to rotate to look across your right shoulder. And then slowly ease out. Now we go into cow face. So now this right ankle does go sideways. And here might be enough just to come forward over this left leg. Or if you can take the right leg down the side of your body, your right knee is beginning to move more across to the left. That's it. And then forward fold, this part optional. Watch your left hamstring as you fold forward. Look down and feel the back of the neck grow longer. Now, full cow face, a tricky position if it doesn't suit your body. For a moment, place the right foot back to the ground. Lean over to the left and fold this left leg down the right side of your body. You can stay right over here, it's fine. So what we want to achieve to stretch into the right places, into our hips, is to start to bring your right sit bone down to the ground, using your hands to help you do that. So you're not going to go into that quicker than your knee or hips want you to. So at first you might be curled in a ball like this. I'm only saying this because I know it doesn't suit my body. So here we are. And if you've got the right sit bone down to the ground, you can always sit on the right heel to achieve the position. But if you move the left heel out the way, get your right sit bone to the floor, and then you turn this right ankle sideways on. And by doing that, it's opened out this right hip outwards, and you feel the stretch down. Now you might feel it in the knees more. So you've got your hands to the ground to help you not sit heavily into the ground, or you can sink the hips heavily into the ground, but from the waist up extending, or even going forward to apply some weight there. Last breath. There you go. Ease out, leaning back, right back onto the elbows. Dead fly. And then extend the legs more gracefully than I just did. Extend the legs. That's it. Now we're going to fold the left heel in, closer, closer to your sit bones. Resit the sit bones to the floor. If I show you this sideways on, what I've just done is lifted my bum off the floor and tried to move it back a little bit. So now, steady with your right hand or fist to the ground. Left hand lifts to the sky. You're stretching this left arm as it reaches the left hand for your foot, or to take your left hand underneath your leg instead. Inhale, and on the exhale, head towards knee. And then slowly ease out the balance part now. So you have the option to hug in this left leg with the hand going around the left side of it, or bring your left arm inside of the left leg and wrap the left arm slowly across the front. Open the chest so that your airway isn't tight, your neck isn't tight, and take the right hand around your back. And so this is where we lean into the sit bones, but we grow at the same time and free your left foot from the ground. So now we want to bring the right heel closer in, and it can just remain here hovering so that you have that sensation of balance, or extend the right leg. Watch those shoulders aren't creeping in. And slowly let it come down to the ground, and then bring your left foot over to the right side of this right leg. Resit the sit bones again. Get yourself nice and upright so the pelvis isn't tilted. You want folded in the middle. You can use your hands on the ground to help you out. Now the right hand extends, and the right elbow comes down to connect with the left side of your left knee. So they're resisting against each other as you spiral a twist, growing out the ground, and glance over left shoulder. And slowly ease out. And now we go into half cow face, Gomakasana. So you're taking your left ankle bone down the side of your right side of your body. So the knees are kind of lined up over each other. Take the hands to the ground. Just sit lightly on the floor if this is a challenge. Or you can begin to extend forward, which is going to challenge the right hamstring more. And pause and breathe here. Elongating the back of the neck. and slowly ease out. So full cow face now. Leaning back into your hands, place the left foot on the floor rather than the side of the ankle. So you're leaning right as you fold the right foot down the side of your body. So here you've got your hands on the floor again to guide you in the position. It may feel different from the other side. If it's tough, sit on the heel. If it's not, don't punish your body because it's your knees that will take the strain. You're just easing the left sit bone down towards the floor until you're sat level and also your shoulders are level. And the icing on the cake is the cherry on the top is sitting your head up here with good posture. So you're relaxing from the waist down and extending from the waist up. And the final part, if you can just flip that ankle sideways, that just works a little deeper into the hips. Breathing. Just thinking about not resisting and fighting against it in whichever position you're in. Now, undo, uncross, come lengthways down your mat if you're not already. Come down onto your back and grab the toes and turn this into your version of happy baby so that it feels nice. The legs are free, so it feels nice after that previous position. You want space in the groin, you want the feet to be fairly sideways. Think that it's the groin that you're opening now because our legs were crossed so much in different positions in this session. So just work the feet wider and relax into the groin, into the hamstrings where they meet the groin. And at the same time, relax the mouth, the face. There's often this connection, this affinity with hips, groin, and neck and jaw. Just let everything go all relaxed. And for a moment, let one foot fall to the floor and then the other. And then join the soles of the feet together. Let the hips hang out that way. And now bring the soles of the feet back to the ground and extend the left leg. Hug in your right knee. Then take your right knee across your body and let that right folded leg just flop to the floor in front of you. And then let your belly relax. And so now we're going to place the right hand to the floor underneath the left side of our head. And as soon as your head melts into that hand, your entire body melts to the ground in a recovery position. Allow your belly to just release, your mouth to become all soft, the eyes. Your body is like water finding its level, spreading out, finding a calm, quiet place again where it's just you and your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Now, if you don't need to move from this place, you stay right where you are and relax for longer. But if you're ready to come out, just roll onto your back in no particular shape, kind of just star-shaped, I suppose. And belly breathe again. Inhale, belly goes out. Exhale, belly comes in.
And then grab hold of the back of one knee and then the other with your hands and softly roll yourself up and take a seated position that suits you. And then as you're unfolding your spine over the line of your pelvis, take your hands to your head and sit it back up there again, very lightly now. Massage your scalp again. Get deep in there. Massage your temples again and relax the eyes. Massage underneath the ear in your lower jaw and then let that bottom jaw just drop, the throat relax. And finally massage your neck, shoulders. Feel the soft and relaxed. And finally take the hands to the heart. Massage your heart. And thank yourself for showing up today. Thank you very much, ladies. Take care of yourselves. Hope to see you soon. I'm going to unplug my microphone now.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was great.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Bye.